I just don't enjoy collecting manga anymore. Hello and welcome to That Man, That Is My Merchandise, and I want to have a little bit of a rant about collecting manga. Now, I've been collecting manga on off for the last 15, 16, 17 years, and it's only been as of late when I've been incredibly infuriated about buying manga. Now, to put things into perspective, I was buying manga before being able to buy manga was even a thing really in the UK. You would get your odd volume of Yu-Gi-Oh!, Dragon Ball, Dot Hack, a lot of the Tokyo Pop range, but not really much of Viz. And then around 2007, 2008, everything exploded, and then you started getting Naruto, One Piece, Death Note, Bleach, everything you could in shops. Even Amazon used to be a case of buying, if you wanted to spicy One Piece, you had to import it from America. And yeah, I'm kind of glad that we're not in that bubble anymore. Or are we? Because as of late, I've really noticed that manga is getting incredibly difficult just to buy. I have bought so many new series, including Restaurant to Another World, Girls Last Tour, Aria the Masterpiece, Golden Kamuy, New Game, Teasen Master Takagi-san, Monster Infirmary, among others, which I have started buying, and then all of a sudden I've realised I can't buy half of the volumes. And for example, Girls Last Tour. Managed to get Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 5, Volume 6. Perfect. No bother whatsoever. Straight on Amazon. Volume 3 and Volume 4 I couldn't find anywhere. In fact, I had to pay more than RRP just to get those two volumes of a title that apparently is not out of print when speaking to Yen Press. In fact, going one step further, I could go to a certain American website, you'll know the one that all the YouTubers recommend, and they will have Laid Back Camp, Girls Last Tour, New Game, Monster Infirmary, Restaurant to Another World on a huge, massive sale with tons and tons of stock. Yen Press don't say that out of stock, yet I cannot buy some of these volumes for love nor money in the UK. So what's going on with distribution? Now, I'm not going to lie, COVID has been a thing, and we are all aware that all of the popular titles such as Chainsaw Man, Jujutsu Kaisen and Kimetsu no Yaiba have been incredibly weird when it comes to what's available in stock. And I'm not going to lie, it's been rather weird the last few weeks. People on Twitter, people on YouTube just going, you can't buy these. You can't buy these for love nor money. You can't buy these at all. And then me sitting there just walking into a shop that has like a shelf that is just Chainsaw Man Volume 4, and then just being like, oh yeah, they've actually got them in here. If anybody needs them, just give me a shout. I'm happy to buy them. Send them down the country. And then walking in 2 hours later and seeing people just taken off shell. Like, I'm not going to lie, I literally saw one person last week picking up 6 volumes of Chainsaw Man Volume 4 and taking it to the counter. Our shop has buy 2 get 1 free, so they're basically paying £28 for 6 volumes of Chainsaw Man, and we all know the reason why they're buying it. Because you're a filthy scalper. And it's just kind of infuriating. It's one of those things where no longer can I just walk into a shop and expect to buy a series. I loved being able to just go in the shop and just going, right, this is what it is. I want to buy Restaurant to Another World. Now, I would maybe expect they might not have volumes 1 to 5 in. They might have volumes 1 to 4, 1 to 3. But now I can walk into a shop and they'll have volume 2. And then I'll go online and it's like, oh, they've got volume 3 online. But I can't find volume 1. I can't find volume 4 because those are out of stock everywhere in the UK. And then I'll go on, what was the site called, the online one, and it's just, we'll call it Fried Stuff. We'll go on to Fried Stuff for the US, and it'll just be like, yeah, we've got a sale on all of these, they're half price off. And I'm just like, yeah, brilliant. But then it costs like twice the price just to import it over, and it's kind of infuriating. It's one of these weird things because, I mean, yeah, everybody's shouting about the Shonen Jump titles, which I'm kind of like, yeah, it's all on the Shonen Jump app. You're £2, you can get all of them series. I'm paying more than RRP for any Shonen Jump title seems incredibly weird. But on the other hand, we have the added wild card of the fact that some publishers are just letting titles just go out of print. For example, I started buying Aria the Masterpiece, an absolutely fantastic title, one of my favourite titles of all time as soon as I started reading it. I got volume 1 to 4, easily. Volume 6, fine. Volume 5, couldn't find it. And I was looking, out of stock. It's just out of stock. And I was just like, it hasn't came back in stock. This was a few months later. And I was just like, you know what? I'll drop Tokyo Pop English a message. Just say, oh, no, is it coming back in stock? Or what? No, it's out of print. We'll have no plans to reprint this at this time. I'm sitting there looking, it's like, these released in April. These released in April 2020. If you can't keep stuff in April 2020 in stock, and then decide you're not going to reprint it, I have no idea what you are doing as a company. And the same's happening with, for example, 7 Seas. 7 Seas is doing a load of titles, for example, Monster Girl Infirmary, Non Biori, I can't remember what the other ones were, but New Game as well. And they're just letting random titles just go out of stock and out of print with no intention to re-release them. For example, I can't remember which one, I think it was, it was Non Biori. The first half of that, I think they say you can get the more later volumes. The first half of those are completely out of stock and out of print. Yet there's a brand new series out. So I can understand if a series isn't popular, so they decide, we'll not bother reprinting it. But having a series that is ongoing go out of stock while a new season is there, and then go, well, we're not going to reprint it because it's not popular enough. I was like, of course it's not popular enough. People can't find volume 1. 86 was another one. This was another one where I bought volumes 1 to 4 and I couldn't find volume 5 at all. This was when the anime popped and everybody started buying it. And I was just like, it took me ages. Luckily, my local shop, which was going under refurbishment, had stock since before lockdown, or it might have been during the last lockdown. And they were just like, look, we've got some on the shelves. Pop round. If you ask us, we'll look on the shelves. They had some of it. That's the only volume I've seen for ages of volume 5 of 86, at least in the UK. And it's getting quite worrying, it really is. For example, my girlfriend started buying Golden Kamui, and she managed to get volume 1 fine. She couldn't find volume 2, but then she went on Amazon and she typed in volume 2 Golden Kamui, came up straight away, Amazon Prime, next day delivery. Next day arrives, Golden Kamui volume 2 pops through the letterbox in German. So not only do we have stock shortages, we are having companies like Amazon just going, well, I tell you what, they can't get the English one, we'll stick the Spanish one there. And it's like, if you looked hard enough, it probably would have came up straight away, Spanish edition. No, it doesn't. You can click on the Kindle one in English and then click from Kindle to paperback, and then it'll just say, it's in stock, and then you press the button to buy it, and then they'll send you a Spanish copy. So of course that went back, and it's just so weird how it's just not fun to buy manga anymore. I now am looking in every single thing. If I want to buy a new series, I need to now check Amazon to see if every single one of these is in stock. I nearly bought a shoujo title called My Love Story. I've read the whole thing on digital and I absolutely loved it. I wanted to buy it because you know what, I'm getting a bit more space and I wanted to own this series and reread it. And they didn't have it in my local shop and they were just like, well, we can get you volume 2. Yeah, we can order in volume 2. And I was just like, it's a 13 volume series. So I was looking on Amazon and I was just like, brilliant, I'm going to buy these. And I was just like, hang on, I don't see volume 12 here. Now I have got a list of 15 different stores, online stores that sell manga in the UK. Volume 12 I can't find on any of those stores at all. It's not even on eBay unless you want to buy it in a bundle with everything else from America at about twice the price. It's really not been a fun time to buy stuff, and I just wanted to kind of mention this because every time I see this kind of video it's always about Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw Man, Kimetsu no Yaiba, the popular ones, but there's a ton of less popular titles that are almost impossible to buy. Teasen Master Takagi-san, I wanted to start buying that again. I can't find volume 3 anywhere. I got volume 4, can't find volume 3 at all. There's brand new titles, for example, Suppose a Kid from the Last Dungeon Boonies. I got volumes 1 to 4, can't find volume 5 anywhere, and it's been out for a while. And there's other ones where it's just such a chore to buy them. And I feel like it's one of those weird things because a lot of people just go, oh well, Right Stuff's got it. So, if I want to buy a volume from Right Stuff, it costs me at least £30 just for shipping and handling, once you include customs for one manga. And I'm just like, I'm not willing to spend that, and it really baffles me. I don't understand how a series can be in stock in America yet there's absolutely zero stock in the UK. People are just like, well, if you ask your local comic shop, they'll be able to order it in. My local comic shop has stopped ordering stuff in because they can't guarantee they'll ever get it. Like I said, I am, for example, Golden Kamuy Volume 2. My girlfriend asked about it. Can I get it? Well, it's due for reprint. When's the reprint happening? We don't know. We can't order it in for you, we can't reserve one because we don't know when or if we will ever get it back in. We expect to, but we don't know when. And it's kind of just like, yeah, fair enough. It's out of stock. My Love Story, they were just like, oh well, we'll get you volume 2. And it was like, yeah, well, I can't get volume 12. It just makes sense to start buying series if I can't ever complete them. And the other one that's, again, Restaurant to Another World. I was so lucky about this one. I went on, I think it was Waterstones, and they had one copy left. And it was, how much was RRP? I think it was $14.99 for volume, or maybe, sorry, that's a different one. It was $11.99 RRP for one volume of Restaurant to Another World. And yeah, it really is not a fun time. It's not a fun time to collect, and I'm kind of at the point now where I'm just kind of considering just buying everything digitally instead, because at least digitally it's never going to run out of stock, and then possibly rebuy them in the future. I don't know. Like I said, I just want to have a little bit of a rant and just kind of just see it. It's not fun buying manga anymore. It's so weird. And yeah, and I'm not going to lie, this has probably just convinced loads of people just to buy Restaurant to Another World, Girls Last Tour, Golden Kamuy, Layback Camp, all of those titles, and scalp them on eBay.